Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Game Aim Plus, where my aiming is gaming. I'm your host, the boy G, and we gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it. Alright, in this video, we are gonna talk about Banjo Kazooie 3 for Nintendo Switch 2, aka Banjo 3 or Banjo 3, you know, whatever they're gonna call this game, right? This game will be phenomenal. It will be historical. It will be one of the greatest comeback games from the past ever. All right? This is something that I have been waiting for forever. All right? A lot of people have been waiting for Banjo Kazooie 3 for the longest. Banjo 3! Like, we're waiting. I'm waiting to hear that. Like, in a trailer. Banjo 3! Like, Banjo Kazooie was great back in the 90s. It was a phenomenon. And you would never think like a bear and a bird would be something so great in history. And they only have 2 games, I believe 3 or something like that. I think like one on the Game Boy Advance, some weird thing or whatever. And oh yeah, I guess 4, you know, if you want to count the one that's on the Xbox, the nuts and bolts. And no, absolutely not. And that game actually might be a good game, but since it drifted off way too much away from what Banjo Kazooie actually is, it just you just should have used 2 different characters or made up 2 different characters, new ones, instead of using Banjo Kazooie for this nuts and bolts thing. I don't know, but you know, apparently Microsoft, right? Well, not even apparently, I believe that they actually are. Microsoft is working on a specific platforming game directed towards the Nintendo Switch family of gamers and Nintendo, period. They're making a game specifically for those people. What game could be more specific platforming for a Nintendo audience than a Banjo Kazooie 3? Okay, and it was also said that it was not a Banjo Kazooie 3. Don't do that. I ain't hearing none of that. I ain't gonna believe or listen to any of that. Okay, all right. I would say that's not what it is either if I didn't want people to know. Okay, listen. You're making a platforming game directed towards the Nintendo audience of gamers. You guys are Microsoft, own Xbox, and the Rare company. Rare owns and has Banjo Kazooie. It used to be on Nintendo, but then y'all took it. Microsoft and Nintendo are best friends. Alright, they put Banjo Kazooie in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as a DLC character. Alright? They brought the Banjo Kazooie games onto the Nintendo 64 on the Nintendo Switch Online Service Expansion Pack. You better stop playing with me. I don't care what anybody says. I'm going to keep the hope alive, and I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep this drive going, that it is going to be a Banjo Kazooie 3. Alright, Banjo 3! You know, it's going to be that. Alright? I gotta keep hoping. I gotta keep wishing, and I gotta keep it alive. Alright, I have to. Oh, it's been like 20 years. They're never going to do that. They're never going to. We never thought we were going to get a Metroid Prime 4. Alright, after like almost 20 years after a Metroid Prime 3. Guess what? We got it. It happened. Alright, they listened to us. They did it. We got on their nerves enough that they were like, just, yo, go make the Metroid 4. Already, we don't care. Just make Metroid 4 so they leave alone. Ever. We're going to do the exact same thing with Banjo Kazooie 3. Alright? Banjo 3! We're going to keep bothering you guys, keep putting these videos out here, until eventually you guys just make the game. You can't tease a Banjo Kazooie 3 after Banjo-Tooie at the end, and then don't give us a Banjo Kazooie 3, and then you give us Banjo Kazooie nuts and bolts, and then y'all just give away, like, you just let Microsoft buy Rare. Nintendo, why didn't you buy Rare before Microsoft bought Rare? Now they can do whatever they want, even though you guys are best friends, it doesn't matter. Because now Microsoft can do whatever they want with Banjo Kazooie, including leaving it there, catching dust, and doing absolutely nothing with it. Except give us a HD 4K versions of Banjo Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie on the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate thing. Like that's literally it. And they gave it to us for Smash Bros. Ultimate, which we greatly appreciate. Alright, don't get it twisted. Trust me, we appreciate it. But there's so much more you guys can do with Banjo Kazooie. All right, I know you guys seen the hype, the excitement, the explosion of everything when Banjo Kazooie got announced as a character for Smash Bros. I know you seen it. I know y'all saw the hype. So y'all gotta be sitting there like, we might actually got something here. Yes, you have one of the biggest historical characters in gaming history. Microsoft, you own it. You have Banjo Kazooie. There's a lot you can do with that. All right? There's a lot. Make it happen. Make it work. Get this Banjo Kazooie 3 going. All right? For, Xbox, whatever. And also for the Nintendo Switch too. It just makes sense. All right? Come on. I'm pretty sure Nintendo wouldn't mind throwing a little money in there to help y'all out, even though y'all don't need it because Microsoft has so much freaking money. They just be spending it everywhere and buying up everything. They don't care. But whatever. Hey, you got the money, go ahead and do your thing. Ain't nobody mad at y'all. You know what I mean? Everybody billionaires out here. Everybody billionaires, except me. But whatever. I wish. I'll be happy being a millionaire. I'll be happy being a thousandaire. If that's even a thing. But, yeah. Anyways, whatever. All right? Banjo Kazooie 3. All right? I don't care. I'm keeping the hope alive. It's going to happen. I'm going to keep waiting for that. All right? That way when it finally gets announced or something, I can hit all y'all with the... Go. I told you. Go. I told you. Anyways. I don't know. That's it. I just wanted to talk about that. All right, I hear anything about Banjo Kazooie or any little thing, like I get hype, I get excited because that's still keeping them alive in some way, shape, or form. So, yeah, that's all I got. You guys, let me know how you feel about this, about a Banjo Kazooie 3. Do you ever think it's gonna happen? Do you think it's not gonna happen? Do you think Microsoft and all these people are lying and it's not a Banjo Kazooie game and you actually think it is a Banjo game? Put it in the comments. Talk to your boy and let's chitty chat. But yeah, there you go, guys. Game Aim Plus. Please subscribe. Click that little bell button. That way, every time I upload a new video, it'll pop up on your phone. Like, you feel me, dog? You feel me? But yeah, y'all have a great morning, afternoon, night, whatever it is, wherever you're at. And I'll catch you in the next one. Booyah! Woo!